I do hope you had a great spring break because we're hitting it hard and fast after spring break. And as you can see, there's quite a few checkboxes on the screen. You're reading Chapter 8, Color Basics, in the WSNY text. Color is such an interesting area along with typography, but I've also given you two web resources, Color Theory and Color and Culture Matters, as you think about the role of color and why we pick certain colors. Last week's discussion revealed some very wonderful conversations about color observations in packaging of candy. Now we're going to kind of turn and think about how we use color in our materials, or even lack thereof, depending on what you're working on. You're also watching the video over 14 Principles of Multimedia Learning as we really begin to focus on how design applies to learning. Your discussion this week, I mentioned in the previous video, it should be fun. It's meant to be fun. And now that picture from the previous video might make sense. You're creating a brand for a restaurant. So what colors would you use? I have you using the Adobe Color tool. What font face would you use to name the restaurant? What's the theme of the restaurant and how does that fit together? If you do a quick Google search on branding for restaurants, you'll find all kinds of design blog entries and some good examples to draw from if you so choose. And you have an assignment due coming up, March 27th, theory presentation. Last time I had you looking at that handout, kind of reviewing the different theories of learning. This time I give you a link to it again as a reminder. It's in this week's module, so when you log into the class, go through the modules and you can click on it from there. That handout is what you will most likely use as a starting point. Look at the rubric for the assignment. You can use PowerPoint. If you've used other tools like Articulate tools and have access. If you want to download the free trial of Camtasia, that's what I use to create these weekly videos. You could use Camtasia. If you're a PC user, you can record directly in PowerPoint. If you're a Mac user, there's some add-ons to help you with that. If you wanted to go a completely different direction and use QuickTime Video on your Mac and record video of yourself and put that with some still images, you could certainly use that tool. There are web-based tools that you could use. I've had students use Powtoon and some of the other cartoon video creators for this assignment. I don't restrict you on tool, but that means that you might need some guidance or assistance. Use the open topic in class. Contact your peers. You can send them a message through Wire Courses. You can contact me, but that's where I want to mention. Some of you realize this or know this because you're around me more often. I am leaving on Tuesday, March 22nd for Savannah for the SITE conference for technology and teacher education. And I have a panel presentation on Wednesday and a concurrent presentation for a paper on Friday. On Saturday, I leave Savannah and I head to Austin for 3 more days. So yeah, I'm going to be a little bit busy coming up, but you can always reach me by email. That also means that next week's overviews will be slightly different because I may not have access to all of my resources like I normally do. That said, contact me if you run into questions with this assignment or you need some assistance. I may not be able to answer you right away. I will answer you as soon as I can. And don't be surprised if, like I've done in the past, I recommend you talk to a specific peer who could have expertise in this area. I hope you have a fantastic week. Use the on-screen navigation to access another section of this week's overview.